OK, thanks everyone for joining us for an emergency meeting of the Audio Council.
Yeah, as fellow radio and podcast presenters, I'm sure you'll be as alarmed as we were to hear that despite the pandemic, young audio lovers across the UK have continued to make content.
And I know what you're thinking, there's one thing making content, but it wouldn't be a threat to our jobs if it's not very good. Well, sadly, it's so good that there's an award ceremony coming up just to recognise the talent.
An award ceremony that we've been asked to host.
But you can't. We must do everything in our power to shut this down.
Well, that's why we've called this emergency meeting, you see. We need your help to find an excuse as to why we can't host the awards. Does anyone have any ideas?
Jordan, how about you said you had a cover show on a different station?
We thought of that, but no one would believe that the bosses would ask us to do it. Think about it. Radio 2.
No, that'd be Scott Mills, wouldn't it?
Radio 6.
Clara, obviously.
5 Live.
Mills again.
Yeah, Radio 4.
Us. You having a laugh?
Not happening.
Could you say you've been booked for a reality TV show, something like that?
No, that's not happening either. He's already done I'm a Celeb.
And she's done Strictly with reality TV series out.
What if you needed an emergency visit to your happy place, Jordan? Think about that.
Oh, come on, have you seen Burley's form this season? That's never going to happen. No one will buy that.
But guys, if you host the awards, you're going to be shining a big spotlight on all the amazing young audio talent out there. What if they end up taking all their jobs?
I don't know. Call me mad, but maybe it is time for us presenters to inspire the future of our industry. I mean, after the challenges of the last few years, perhaps we need to put our egos aside for the best interests of UK audio and unite to show the next generation of talent that there is a place for them. And if that means that one day they take our jobs, well, that's just a sacrifice that we're going to have to make.
Nope, still not having it.
Well, there's that. And then also all the big radio and podcast bosses are watching along. So if we do a good job, they might extend our contracts.
Well, why didn't you say that? Welcome to the Young Audio Awards 2022. And welcome to the Young Audio Awards 2022. A huge thank you to Jordan Lee for that amazing pre-show party.
We're here at the iconic BBC Radio Theatre in London to recognise young audio lovers all across the UK.
Hello to everyone watching along from homes, schools and community centres. Hello!
Hiya.
We've got such an exciting show coming up for you guys today.
Yeah, we do. Some of the UK audio's biggest names will be here to hand out the awards. Plus, there's a very special musical performance from the brilliant Brit Award nominee, Lola Young.
Yes, Lola is going to be on this stage. As well as all that, Vic and I will be joined throughout the afternoon by Kiss Radio's Harriet Rose, who will be chilling backstage in our YA Hub, chatting to some of our special guests. But the most important people today are you. So make sure you get involved across social media using the hashtag YA22 and just have a proper Young Audio Awards party, no matter where you're watching from.
Oh, yeah. Get into it. Have a good time. Proper party. Hundreds of you have entered the awards. And look, while winning would, of course, be really nice. It would, yeah. Today's actually a celebration of all the incredible schools and community projects and young people across the country that have continued to make inspiring audio even during challenging times.
After the last few years, everyone who even entered the awards is a winner in our book. And we have some amazing prizes and money can't buy experiences up for grabs to help you take the leap into a future career in audio.
Yeah, it's exciting. Thanks to our partners and sponsors, some of our lucky nominees and winners will land their very own national radio show. I know. As well as that, we've got some incredible new recording equipment and there's mentorship and networking opportunities as well.
So let's get the party started and hand out our first award to announce the winner of Best in Music. Say hello to Kiss presenter, Tanea Taylor.
Thank you, Vic and Jordan. So, I'm so excited to hand out the first award today, and this one is all about music. This award celebrates the best programme, show or podcast that is devoted to music. It could be about the world's biggest artists or local bands, amazing albums or live performances. It's just all about the passion for music. So, let's find out who the nominees are for Best in Music with Kiss. Dance Floor Decades with DJ Dorsey on Wave Community Radio. New Music Week. The Scoop, Emma Stigter. Okay, the moment of truth. And the winner is... The Scoop, Emma Stigter.
After not receiving enough recognition for her newest album, Poor, Dasha decided she wasn't reaching her full potential. She started to connect with her fans by putting across her outgoing personality on Instagram Lives.
Congratulations, Emma. Well done to you. And before today's winners go off to celebrate, we're going to be finding out a little bit more about each of them. So, I have a question for you, Emma. What is it about music that you're so passionate about?
As important as it is to hear youth voices on radio, it can't always be possible. And music is the power of a black room being lit. It's so important due to how expressive it is. And there's no real way to explain how much music makes me feel. But the one thing that I do know is that music just allows me to be me and makes me happy.
Oh, nice one, Emma. Right, we are here in our YA hub with none other than Kiss superstar, Harriet Rose.
Wow.
Yeah.
Superstar.
I mean it when I say it, Harriet.
Not even my mum calls me that. That's lovely.
Well, I'll be your mum. How are you doing?
I'm good, babe. I'm so excited to be here with you both in real life. It's so exciting.
We're really excited to have you here, and tell us about what you're doing today, because you're going to be backstage meeting all the guests and all the superstars and giving us a bit of vibe of what's going on behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be talking to all the pros. I'm going to be asking them some questions that the nominees have sent in. So I'm going to be giving you all the tips that you need. So stay tuned for all the radio superstars we're going to be chatting to today. More superstars.
I love how much we're saying superstars, and we mean it. We're here for it. Right, should we give out another award?
Yes.
Let's do it. So this one is for podcasting, which you, Jordan, know a thing or two about because you've got a very successful podcast, don't you?
Yeah, but there's primary school children about, so probably best not to mention that. Wait till you're older, guys, to listen to my podcast.
It's a very good point. I hadn't thought of that. Good point. Right, well, to give out the next award, which is for Best Podcast with Acast, please welcome Radio 1 Extra's finest, Reese Parkinson.
And the crowd goes wild. Yes, Young Audio Awards. This is, I can't believe it's my third time handing out an award, and what a pleasure it is to be back. We are recognising some incredible young talent. It's been an exciting few years for podcasts, and it's very cool to hear that so many young people have been getting creative and producing their own excellent audio. So I've been told that this was one of the most entered categories. So the competition is very tough. So let's find out the nominees for Best Podcast with Acast. Yeah, we have the incredible Elsa Maria for Cockburn. The amazing Freedom Kids podcast. And the brilliant My Bank Money podcast. Okay, here we go. The winner is in this envelope. I can open it. There we go. Oh, wow. Wow, okay. The winner is Elsa Maria Cockburn. Woo!
I think for most of our friends, it's having the courage to say, oh, I'm proud of my disability and I'm okay to talk about it like me and you.
Congratulations, Elsa. And Elsa, I have a question for you, actually. What was your inspiration for getting involved in making your audio?
I'm inspired by people's stories. I can tick lots of boxes like LGBTQ+, like adoptions, ethnic minority, as well as disability. But I love to hear other people's experiences of these social issues, and I'd love to help their voices be heard by as many people as I can get to listen to my podcast.
Well done, Elsa. I'm in the YA Hub with the incredible radio legend, Clara Amfo.
Hello, that's a lovely introduction. Appreciate it.
True facts, babe.
We have future legends watching us, do we not?
Future legends. You could be like, well, not me, but her one day.
You could be like her. You could be like both of us. How about that?
How excited are you to be handing out the BBC Sounds Rising Talent Award today?
I am very, very, very excited to be handing out this award just because rising talent is important. You know, I was once upon a time rising talent, you know, and like you need somebody to believe in you. You need someone who's going to back you, and who better than, well, yeah, us lot.
The legends. It's like getting into radio there's not one journey.
Absolutely not. I would say getting into radio is fun. It's not always easy, I will say that, but it's definitely worth it. But I think I would always say to anybody, be prepared for like whatever lane it might take you down.
Yes.
You may have one idea about what you want to do and what you want to get from the industry, and find out that you actually love something even more. You know, I've definitely found that. And
I
think,
definitely have as well.
You know?
I thought I was going to go one way, and then I'm like, whoop, down the M25 the other way.
Well, yeah, exactly, because it totally makes sense, like, as to where you are now. Like, it was all part of the plan.
100%. I had no idea I'd be where I am now. I have no idea where I'll be in 10 years. It's great.
You know what? Same. TVF, same.
Do you remember when you first got the radio bug? Like when, and also like how, what happened? When did you realise?
I first got the radio bug from long car journeys with my dad on Sunday afternoons when we'd be coming back home from like visiting relatives. That was always me. Just, you know, like when you're a little kid, I mean, to be honest, even as an alleged adult, I still have that main character syndrome, you know, like when you're just listening to the radio in a car, or like, I know, on a long like journey, and like you've got your head against the window and you're just like, oh my God, this is really my life, listening to the song. But then I'd also add on and be like, oh yeah, and that was da-da-da-da in my head.
Oh, did you used to record them on tape?
No, I did. I remember when I was in primary school, in our year 6 trip, I think we went to the British Design Museum, I think it was.
Cool.
And they had this whole, you can make your own radio show stand there, and I did one. You got to like keep like the little like audio and like have your name on this branded sticker, and I felt really fab for it.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
No, do you know what? It was really, really fun, but I think it was those car journeys in that moment I thought, yeah, this is a bit of me.
And you were right, hun. Well, you were right.
I'm glad, because it would have been really awkward if it wasn't. Yeah.
And for all the audio lovers watching right now, what top tip would you give them to get into this industry? Okay, my top tip for anybody watching to get into the industry is passion, 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 passion. And also, don't be obsessed with the side effects. Stay obsessed with the goal about what you love to do. So whether you are the person on the mic, whether you're working in production, just always hold on to the reason, like why you want to do it, because it's so easy to get distracted by all the shiny things. And don't get me wrong, I'm somebody that is involved in shiny things, but trust me, it took a lot of work to get there. But that's not the reason why I do what I do. I do what I do because I love having conversations with people. I love sharing interests around culture, and that's what I hold on to. The minute I stop loving that, I shouldn't be doing this job. So if anybody looking to get into this job, just hold on to the thing that you love for dear life and don't get distracted by any rubbish. Wise words from a radio legend. Clara Amfo, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Back to you, Vic and Jordan.
Oh, what a brilliant bit of advice. Jordan, what would be your top tip for everyone watching right now?
Easy, that's a good one. I'd say keep working on one thing, timing. Timing is so important. It helps you make your point, land a joke. Timing is a presenter's best friend. You have to know how to perfectly time your big moment.
Yeah, timing definitely is very important, Jordan. My top tip would have been to always make sure you surround yourself with the best people. But look where that's left me. I'm kidding.
Let's just move on to our next award. It's a big one. So please give our next guest presenter a big welcome. Get ready. Ready, guys? Don't mess this up. Here to hand out the award for achievement within the community. Say hello to...
You know what? Just let me handle this one, George. Here to hand out the award for achievement within the community. Say hello to Hits radio superstar Jordan Lee.
Unbelievable. Actually unbelievable. I won't pay you lot in washers.
Hello, Young Audio Awards. I hope you were dancing along to our pre-show party. I put a lot of effort into that, and it was so much fun. And I am very excited to be handing out the Achievement Within the Community Award, which is for the best project or initiative where radio or audio made a difference to a local area. Now, this could be bringing people together, fundraising, raising awareness of an issue, or even changing people's lives through the power of audio. So here goes. The nominations for Achievement Within the Community are... Step Up Ocean Youth. TH Radio in the Community. The Vectis Radio 4Ps Training School. And the Young Audio Award goes to... It's TH Radio in the Community.
This Christmas, Fernal House is closed to most visitors, so we can't go and see the residents and sing carols like we normally do. We wondered what else we could do, so we decided to write them letters instead.
What a powerful bit of audio, and well done, guys. Now, what I really want to know is, do you put a big focus on creating content for your local community when you put your shows together?
Yes, we do, because community is the most important part of our shows.
We have interviewed lots of different people to ask them how they feel about their community.
We've learned lots about our communities, which is fantastic.
Although it was hard through COVID, all the people in the community helped us get through it.
All our shows have made people very happy and brought our communities closer together.
It's now time to welcome a performer who, much like everyone nominated today, is an incredible young talent. She knows a thing or two about being nominated for big awards as well, having been listed on BBC Radio 1 Sound of 2022 and shortlisted for the Brits Rising Star Award. Please welcome the incredible Lola Young.
Everybody keeps telling me about the new magazines. And everybody keeps telling me that I'd be lonely without it. And everybody keeps telling me that I'd be broke without a penny to my name. And everybody keeps telling me that I'd be heartless without it. But I swam down the river, I met the fishing guys, and now I'm at my mission. Right here in my heart, I'm better off without it. I'm better off alone, I'm better off without it. So leave the fake hits, leave your fake hits at home. Yeah, yeah. Everybody keeps telling me about the new SPF 50. Everybody keeps telling me that I'd be so burned without it. And everybody keeps telling me that I'd be broke without a penny to my name. And everybody keeps telling me I'd hate myself without it. But I swam down the river, I met the fish and the gods, and I met my sister right here in my heart. I'm better off without it. I'm better off alone. I'm better off without it. I'm better off alone. And everybody keeps telling me that I need something else to own, but I'm better off without it. Oh yes I am. So leave the fake it, leave your fake it. Oh leave the fake it, leave your fake it. Oh leave the fake it, leave your fake it at home.
Oh, I said I wanted a medium soya milk caramel decaf latte.
Jordan.
This is a medium almond milk caramel decaf latte.
Jordan.
Not now, Vic. How hard is it to get a decent cup of coffee around here?
We're live, Jordan.
Oh, now. Oh, okay. Oh, hi. Sorry. Right. Live. Here. Okay. The people behind the scenes in radio are so important, which is why I always treat everyone around me with respect and compassion.
Yeah, which is why our next award recognises those incredible off-air heroes who not only keep the station on air, but also help to drive creativity and innovation.
Here to hand out the Arkiva Award for Technical Excellence is Absolute Radio's Sophie Kay.
Hello to everyone watching along at home, in school, on the bus or wherever you are. It's so nice to be handing out a Young Audio Award. I'm really excited to be here. It's the first time for me, and I know it's been a really hard process for the judges because the standard has been out of this world. Now, this award is particularly close to my heart, especially in the challenging times that we've had, where technical excellence and innovation in radio has never been more important. Radio presenters across the country, and listeners too, have had a lot to thank the brilliant minds behind the scenes for. So let's find out who'll be driving the industry's future innovation. The nominees for the Arkiva Award for Technical Excellence are... Kai Randalls, Ollie Hackett, Julia Bachenska, and the Young Audio Award goes to Ollie Hackett. Congratulations, Ollie. I've got a question for you, though. How did you first get involved with the behind-the-scenes side of radio?
Well, I started out at a training academy at my local radio station where they showed you all the different parts of a radio station, from presenting to producing, creating news, reading the weather, and all the things that go on behind the scenes to make it work as well. But I became really fascinated with the sounds, the imaging, the jingles, everything that tied it all together on air, so that it wasn't just someone talking and some music playing, but actually it was a complete package, a complete show, all nicely woven together. So then I decided to start creating my own for my own shows so that I could give them not only that kind of packaged and kind of brought together feel, but also make them unique and make my shows sound unique to everything else on the radio station.
Nice one, Ollie. Now I'm joined by Hits Radio's Jordan Lee.
Oh my God, hello.
How are you?
I am rather good. This is such an exciting event.
Honestly, that pre-show party you just did, lit.
I tried. Also, I don't know what kind of like vibe to set it up with, but I think it went down okay. I'm quite happy with it.
No, you nailed it. And that hair's nailing it as well.
Do you know what? After all the awful weather that we get in Britain, I'm so surprised that it's staying upright. It's there.
It's staying. It's here, and it's ready. Babe, let's talk a little bit about radio, because the Young Radio Awards are so important. We are bringing together the future of radio. But thinking about back to when you started, what got you into the radio world?
Oh, do you know what? It was a couple of teachers at school that were like, oh my God, this is something that you'd be good at because you do not stop talking. And from there, it just kind of snowballed into like my first ever radio show was when I was 16, my little community radio station, and it was a chart show. And I was like, you know what? That's still a goal for me. Yeah. And I think just getting into radio like that young was something that's really helped me now.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Just do it.
Ooh.
Do you know what I mean? Just do it. Like, if that's recording a little radio show on your phone now, because tape cassettes aren't a thing anymore, and I found my old ones, and you're like, you don't want to listen to them. But also, like, even if that's sitting in the car with your parents, just chatting about, like, the music that you love, like, that is such good kind of practice for when you might be in front of a mic and you're just talking about music, and it will just come so naturally to you.
And what's one piece of advice that you would give to someone who wants to be on hits radio like Jordan Lee?
Don't take my job, because I'll be really upset.
Good advice, though.
Just keep kind of, I mean, hits radio is all about kind of the music passion and that kind of thing, and day-to-day life. And I think it's just make sure you make time for your life, I think is a really important thing, because sometimes you're like, I'm so focused on getting into radio, but you forget about living your life, and then you can just bring that onto the radio, and that's like so important.
That's incredible advice, because without you, the person enjoying their life and experiencing things, you're never going to be able to bring much to the radio, much to your work experience.
Well, exactly, because then what have you got to talk about?
Absolutely nothing, Jordan. Nothing. Luckily, we're both absolutely out on the town all the time, so it's fine.
We don't talk about last night, honestly.
Jordan, thank you so much.
Thanks, Harriet. Jordan, actually, one thing for you before I forget. I was wondering if you could do me a favour.
You name it.
Well, I was having some car issues, so do you reckon you might be able to give me a lift home a little bit later?
Of course, yeah, no bother.
All right, just thinking, the quickest route is up the Thames. So if you've still got that rowing boat to hand...
Do not mention the word rowing, Vic. We know the word rowing is banned for the rest of the show. It's still giving me nightmares. It's banned.
The tube it is then. Right, we've got a big one to hand out now. It is one of the most entered categories, and with so much talent out there, it's one of the most difficult to judge.
Thankfully, we've got a proper legend on hand to present this one. She's the freshly appointed queen of new music. So please all rise for BBC Radio 1's Clara Amfo.
Hello, everybody. Thank you very much to everyone who has taken the time to tune in today. It is truly such an honour to hand out this award, as it acknowledges some of the UK's most incredible stars of the future. And I have been told on great authority that the quality of entries for this category was so high. So let's get on with it, because I've got 3 age groups to award to. And up first is the BBC Sounds Rising Talent Award for ages 8 to 11. And the nominees are... Isabel Harper, Jack to the Future, Rania Ali, Struan Reid, The Kids Talk Show, and TJ the DJ. All right, here we go. And the Young Audio Award goes to... It's Jack to the Future.
I talk about what's changing in the world, the future, and how we can help with that. Every month I'll talk about a different future theme. For example, the future of science, tech, sustainability, reading, music, and all sorts of other ones. The future of everything.
Well done, Jack. Massive congratulations. So tell me, what is it that you love so much about making your audio?
Well, I think it's good that I can get the message across to other people and make them think about what they could do to help the planet or improve what they're doing to help the planet.
And I think it's good that we're talking about the future of things and talking about adults and also asking questions, because you wouldn't usually see a child asking grown-ups important things that grown-ups do, questions about that. And I also think it might even give confidence to the young children to do maybe their own podcasts, which would be really good. And I think it's really good that I can get all those things across and make these things happen with the podcast. That's why I like doing it.
Jack, you get all of those things across perfectly. Congratulations once again. Brilliant stuff. All right, then, it's time now for the BBC Sounds Rising Talent Award, aged 12 to 15. So let's do it. The nominees are... Daisy Barker, Isabel Holmes, Space, Lotrock Clotty, Quote Therapy, Thomas Cridland, and Yanis Karampram. And the award goes to... It's Thomas Cridland.
We were the few that stayed in school when times were blue and things were new. We were the children of the key workers, the ones who struggled to be home learners. I will always remember seeing empty halls, bending the rules and playing fools. It was our little adventure.
Some really incredible words shared, Thomas, and congratulations. Now, did you see yourself having a future career in audio, and what would you like to do more of?
I would like to continue writing and maybe get behind some of the technical stuff.
And can you tell me, what was your inspiration for getting involved in making content to begin with?
Well, my media teacher was the spark that helped ignite the fire with my passion for film, media and audio.
Well, big up to your teacher and big up to you once again. Congratulations, Thomas. And finally, I have one more award to present. It is the award for BBC Sounds Rising Talent aged 16 to 18. And the nominees are... Emma Stigter, Luke Eveling, Ollie Hackett, T.S. Michaels, and Zaina Adadine. And the winner is... Zaina Adadine. Congratulations, Zaina.
So we've got a new restaurant alert. So Eminem, the absolute legend himself, he has a new restaurant called Mum's Spaghetti and it opens today in Boston. So you know what that means. Cancel all your plans for today because we're doing a trip to Boston.
Now, Zaina, I think I already know the answer, but do you see yourself having a future career in audio?
Yes, I do see myself having a career in audio as I love every single aspect of it, whether that's presenting, producing or creating imaging.
Right on. Okay, and why do you think it's so important to hear young voices and perspectives on the radio?
I think it's really important to have young people's voices and perspectives heard on radio, as we are the future and we really influence each other and come up with brand new trends that everyone loves.
No lies told, I could not agree more. Well, well done to all of you three. Absolutely amazing work. And massive shout out to BBC Sounds for supporting young audio talent. And good luck to all the nominees today.
Thank you, Clara. Now we're at the halfway point of the show. We wanted to showcase some of the amazing audio that's been sent in for this year's awards. Take a listen to this.
For which is it more fun to think and feel, to say and to rehearse?
I did my first ever broadcast from home.
I started a podcast.
I talk about what's changing in the world.
Let's kick it off with this one. Hello, welcome to the show.
Because I'm a kid, my radio skills aren't up to par, so there's Dad to help me with all the technology and blah, blah, blah things.
Blah, blah, blah. You don't mean little Agnes? What? Willow Strip Podcast.
Welcome back. back once again.
Did you know that it was National Hugging Day?
I'm Rosa Maria.
Hi, I'm James.
My name's Ollie, here with you on Shire Sound.
Giving you your daily dish of the freshest hits here on News Choice.
This is Step Up.
TPS Radio.
Showbiz News.
Hey, I'm Mariam, and you're in the loop.
This is the early morning show.
This is New Music Week.
There's a big debate going on TikTok.
You're listening to The Scoop here with me, Emma Stigter. It's always about the money.
We're going to be talking about some of the stuff that's been going on with the school.
Today, we are going to join this discussion.
Hear me out, this is really interesting.
Have you ever heard of COP26?
This is Questioning Sports.
COVID really got to me after around the 3rd month.
We were the few that stayed in school. We were the children of the key workers.
Freedom! Yeah. Freedom! Today we're going to go skydiving!
You lot are so good, so good. Now, our next award is for the Best Speech category.
Best speech? Mm-hmm. Oh, I love a speech. It's going to be one of my favourite categories. I am such a fan of speeches. Love me a bit of Michelle Obama. When they go low, we go high. Then, of course, there's Hugh Grant in Love Actually. David Beckham's right foot, David Beckham's left foot, come to that. I even love a bit of Shakespeare. To be or not to be.
Vic, it's an award for speech radio, you know, sports, news, documentary stuff. It's not an award for best speech made.
Right. Well, I mean, you could have told me that before I started reciting speeches.
Yeah, I could have, but I thought it'd be funny just to let you carry on.
Sort of a fair point, that, yeah. Let's just crack on now with the award for Best Speech Show, supported by Young Reporter. And here to hand it out is Newsbeat's legend and the brave soul that spends her mornings hanging out with Greg James. It's Roisin Hasty.
Hi everybody, I hope you're all enjoying the show and thank you for asking me to do something at a sociable time of day instead of my usual early morning job with Greg James. I'm really pleased to join you all today to hand out the Young Audio Award for Best Speech Show with BBC Young Reporter. Now, this award celebrates news, sports, current affairs, comedy, interviews, documentary making, or even storytelling. The ideas are limitless. The nominees all have a unique voice, so let's find out who they are. Football Guide, Brilla FM. Luke Eveling. Olivia Meadowcroft, Why the UK Should Lower the Voting Age to 16. And the Young Audio Award goes to Luke Eveling.
Kate Forbes, Scottish Cabinet Secretary for Finance and the Economy. To be honest, Kate, I'm very nervous. My palms are beyond sweaty. And, you know, if only Luke 2 years ago could see me now.
Well done, Luke. Is there anyone that you'd love to say a big thanks to for getting you making audio and winning this award?
Yeah, a massive thank you to Susie and everybody at the Radio Sky family for being so attentive to me and training me up and, getting to this position over the past 3 years. I think it's been hard for everyone, but, they've really supported me and been amazing. And, a big thank you also to Roddy McLeod. You got me into radio and, I think of you as a big brother, and thank you so much for taking me back and forth from radio like every single Monday. It must be annoying for you, but thank you. And a massive thank you, and most importantly to my mum. You've been there with me through all the ups and downs of my life and, radio. And, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I love you so much. And, also a thank you to the boys, Lachlan, Louis, Keir, Ollie, and also my other friends, Claire and Lewis. I love you all, and, thank you so much.
Okay, guys, if you want a job in radio, listen up, because I have the man who runs BBC Radio 1 here, Aled Hayden-Jones. Wow, I'm excited. How are you?
You're scaring me now.
You're fantastic. I'm a fangirl.
Oh, thank you very much. I love Radio 1. It's great.
Well, the thing is, you've been a presenter, you've been a producer, and now you're running Radio 1. Your journey is something that so many people already look up to. What are your top tips for somebody really in the early stages looking to get into radio in any form, producer, presenter?
Passion has to be the biggest one. You've got to love it. If you're a presenter, finding a way of being as natural as you can, which is not easy to do.
No.
When you open a mic and you're on your own, it can feel a bit hard to be your natural self. So just lots of practice and talking. If you're off mic, just loving music, loving radio, loving the place that you want to work. And then when you go for a job interview, you will be naturally excited about it and you'll come across really well.
And this is a good one, guys. This is, by the way, gold for you if you really want to get into radio. What are the top tips for a demo? Because demos, I've done many, very hard to nail it when you don't know for sure what they're looking for, because it's different for every radio station. What are your top tips, Alan?
For Radio 1 specifically then, because
Yes,
actually that is probably the biggest tip, which is don't have one demo that goes to everyone.
Yeah.
Know what the radio station is trying to be, who the audience are that they are trying to appeal to, and just show the people listening to that demo why you're the best person for it. So if you're going to go for a daytime show on Radio 1, you're going to want to show that you can be really conversational, sound really natural, a little like a mini Greg James maybe. If you're going to do an evening show, then you're going to know your music and be able to talk passionately about why this song, you may not know what the song is, but why you should care about it. So just know the kind of things that the station's looking for.
And that's all about like research and knowing who people like Alid are, the most important people, the people behind who are making it all happen as well. Because it's not just about knowing your favourite presenters, it's knowing your favourite producers, your favourite style. Why is it your favourite style, right?
Think about, there's lots of presenters who do lots of jobs, but think like Scott Mills. So Scott Mills.
An icon.
He is on Radio 1, he's on Radio 2, and he's on 5 Live. So he's the same presenter, but he delivers different things for different networks because he knows what those stations are trying to achieve. So have that mentality. So know your skill set and what you're good at, and then apply it in different ways to each of the stations you're applying to through your demo.
And what do you look for when you're recruiting new talent?
Got to be passionate and fun. I've got to really like them. I know it sounds stupid to say out loud, but if it's too serious or too heavy or too worthy or too earnest, it can be a bit off-putting. I've got to feel like you want the audience to want to be their friend. You want them to have a connection with people listening, love the music, love the conversations they're having in their demo, and then that'll just put a smile on the person's face who's listening, and that's halfway there.
And that's the thing, isn't it? Just getting that. If you can create a personal connection from not being able to see the person you're talking to.
That's the gold dust, isn't it?
And that seems to be what is happening at Radio 1 right now, that connection, and what you're creating there is that family vibe. I'm part of the family, and that's what we want, right?
Absolutely. Look at Vick and Jordan. What a great job they're doing.
So amazing.
So lovely. You know, they are people that, even if I didn't work at Radio 1, if I was to walk past them, I'd want to go for a drink with them because they're just so fun and cool.
It's kind of a bit like why we like reality TV, isn't it? Because we get that reality from this person. We're part of them, with them.
Absolutely.
Well, Alid, thank you so much for stopping by. Honestly, you're an icon. I'm starstruck, so you better be starstruck. Thank you so much. Back to you, Vick and Jordan.
What a brilliant, intelligent, handsome and inspiring man Alid is. P.S. Please don't give our show slot to one of today's winners. We love you, Alid.
We really do, really love you. Right. Our next award is a really special one. It goes without saying that the last few years have been challenging for everyone. But with schools being shut for long periods of time and life as we know it turned upside down, it has been especially tough for young people.
Yeah, this award looked to use audio as a vehicle of expression for people to channel their thoughts about living through the pandemic via radio, podcast, poetry, or anything else.
My Year in Audio is in partnership with mental health charity Young Minds. So let's find out about the nominees by welcoming an inspiring poet, mental health activist, and the writer of 2021's historic radio moment, the Mental Health Minute. It's Hussein Manoa.
Hello, everybody. It's such a pleasure to be here today to hand out this incredible award. And I really mean that. I'm not just saying it. I really believe in audio. It's such a beautiful, intimate medium. And I'm so pleased to hear that all of you young, creative people are using this as a powerful way to convey a message across to the world. Being both creative, but also staying true to yourself is something that I live by. So it's so incredibly inspiring and also fills me with so much hope to hear that all of you are doing this. You are the next generation of future leaders, activists and voices that this world really and truly needs. Expressing your thoughts and feelings through audio, poetry, come on, or any other platform can be a hugely positive experience. And there's been some amazing entries doing exactly that with this category. So let's find out who has been nominated for My Year in Audio with Young Minds. A Different Kind of Lonely, Del Lola Renault. How I Coped with Lockdown, Taya Waters. And TPS, The Perfect Sound. And the Young Audio Award goes to How I Coped with Lockdown, Taya Waters.
People being together during an isolated time was crazy to me. I didn't understand it at all. And coming out of it now, it's really made me realise to not take anything like that for granted.
Well done, Taya. So tell me, would you encourage other young people to be expressive about their feelings?
I'd really encourage others to be expressive with their feelings and emotions, because it is really beneficial to reflect and to have that outlet. And obviously I did that audio recording, which is my passion, and it helped me release all of those feelings that I know weren't good to keep bottled up inside. So I would 100% recommend it.
Lola Young, you've just got off stage. Wow. Thank you for coming to the Young Audio Awards.
Thank you for having me.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, really good. I'm really good at the moment. Obviously just finished my tour around UK. It was really fun.
I mean, I was watching on social media and it looked incredible. I mean, you are really smashing it right now.
Thank you.
You must be such an inspiration to a lot of the people watching. Have you got any tips for young creatives as to how you made your way and how you would kind of inspire other people to do the same thing as you?
So yeah, I'd probably say it's really important to have a clear vision. I think, every artist, every musician, every human being even is different. And I think the difference is you use to your advantage. And I guess for me, I struggled massively trying to come to terms of who I was and what I wanted to say and what kind of music I wanted to make. But then I really just realised that I just do what I do, and you do what you do best. You know what I mean? There's bare people in this world. You've just got to find your little niche and focus in on that, I think. And I guess it's important to be, again, true to yourself, but also be aware that this industry is very tough and quite intense. But if you've got a good mind strapped on, I think it's great. It's a beautiful thing to do, really.
Yeah, and I feel like you're so yourself with your music, and it really it just infiltrates the brain, because kind of listening, it doesn't matter how old you are, you can relate to what you're saying. I mean, you're pretty young and you're able to communicate in such a way that really touches people. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I even saw quite a few older people at my tour, on my tour. I have quite even though I'm just kind of starting out and, as in with touring and things like that, it was really interesting. I had quite a wide variety of people at my gigs, which I think is a massive compliment, because, coming from seeing gigs and watching gigs, and obviously me being 16 to being now 21, the amount of gigs I've seen, and I see so many people at those gigs, different ages, all different people. It's very important to me that is what my fan base is.
100%. I mean, we've all had our heart broken, haven't we? We need a bit of Lola Young.
Yeah, well,
we need to soothe it. We need something to channel that rage and that energy.
Exactly.
I love it. In terms of radio, obviously, it's a huge part when you're a musician. Getting onto radio and getting your tracks played. How has it felt for you watching that journey of your tunes being started to play on radio and the way people have kind of reacted to them?
Yeah, I think it's been amazing, to be honest. I can't really ask for more. I've got an amazing team over Ireland. I think that like, obviously I'm not involved in like plugging it or whatever. I don't, that's not really...
You're just outside the radio station with a CD, like, come on, play it.
Yeah, no. Have you seen that Kanye bit where he goes in the documentary? Oh, Jesus. I love that.
He paved the way for you.
About it. I keep talking about it. But anyway, no, I don't do that side of things. However, when I do hear it on the radio, it is incredible to me that there are people supporting me, that I've maybe met once or twice that are really rooting for me within the industry. I think it's crazy. I love that.
Has there been like a pinch me moment like that where you're in the car, I don't know, or you're in the loo in a bar and you hear your song?
Yeah, when Topshop was a real thing, I was in Topshop, and I don't usually go in Topshop, but I was in Topshop, and I'm saying that like, I don't usually go in Topshop. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Topshop.
Topshop and Oxford Circus was banging.
It was banging. The downstairs bit was so good. Anyway, that's a thing of the past now due to COVID. But it was. I've heard. I think it was either Blind Love or Third Jan playing there. You know what? Yeah, that is my favourite thing, because if you go out and about. Also, my friend will send me like videos of them in like Japan or like in...
That's amazing.
Yeah, or in LA, and like filming me in the shop or in the cafe. That's my actual favourite thing to have happen, to be fair.
It must be so mad.
Like in music. Not in the world. But yeah, no, for sure.
That's incredible. Well, babe, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And honestly, I think it's really inspiring to see someone doing what you're doing and smashing it so hard and just being yourself, because I think that's a really important message, is be yourself and you will be able to go where you need to go and do what you need to do.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Thanks, honey.
Thanks, Harriet. Our next award is all about two key things: innovation and
teamwork. Teamwork. Being in a duo ourselves, we know the power of everyone in the team working as one and being completely in sync.
That was my line, Jordan. Can you not read the auto cue?
Obviously not. And don't start this again. It's really obvious as well that you're getting more lines than me today. So don't apologise if I need to take some back.
Well, it's not my fault that you actually upset me the other day when you told the whole nation about that thing that was supposed to be confidential and they never told you.
I knew you'd get me back. I knew you'd get me back. Oh, sorry. As Vic was saying, teamwork and partnership are vital to any good radio operation. Characteristics our next nominees have in abundance.
Yes, they do. Here to hand out the award for Most Innovative Team, sponsored by Broadcast Bionics, is Radio 1 Relax, Emma Louise.
Hello everyone, it's so good to be joining you all. So after judging the awards this year, it was incredible to hear some of the brilliant young talent out there. You guys are seriously good. As someone who also works both on and off mic, it's great to be able to hand this award out to the team who have made the most innovative digital and technical achievements in audio this year. So let's find out who the nominees are. Ocean Youth Radio. Questioning Sports. RMEY Faith Vibe. So, the winner of the Most Innovative Team, sponsored by Broadcast Bionics, will also receive a special custom prize from Broadcast Bionics, which includes new station equipment. Okay, and the lucky winner is RMEY Faith Vibe. So, massive well done, team. I have a question for you. What pulls you all together to work as such a brilliant team, pulling off some amazing audio innovation?
That's a great question. I think what makes us pull together to make innovative audio is our energy and our positivity.
I agree. We share the same kind of passion and drive to keep on developing as a team for our programme and for our listeners.
Yeah, no, and I get a real kick knowing that we've got listeners there every Friday, you know. Our listeners then go to our social medias, our TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. They're all tuning in there. And, you know, that really motivates me to continue, you know, going for them. Because, like, you know, if you've got people listening, you can't just slack off. And, you know, it's all about the followers.
Yeah, no, I go because I think it's really fun to be in the studio. Like, it's a good vibe, and on air, like, you know, making jokes all the time behind the scenes. It's very fun. Like, also professional, but fun, you know?
Congrats, guys. I'm joined by some more radio legends, Scott Mills and Chris Stark. Hi, guys.
Hello, how are you?
So well, how are you?
Really good, yes. Thank you for having us.
No, it's my pleasure. I don't even know why I'm here. I'm just the radio person in between two radio legends.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it.
But you are the radio person that we see everywhere.
I am annoyingly like that.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Because I keep following you home and I should stop. But seriously, guys, we're here to announce the best secondary school, which is the last award of the day, an incredibly exciting one. How are you feeling ahead of it?
Yeah, really good. I started doing radio when I was in secondary school, not at my school, but like hospital radio, which still exists a little bit in some places, less so now. But yeah, that was like, this age was when I first started like properly getting into radio and like obsessing about it.
And it's so important, isn't it, when you realise you've got that radio bug to just get in there and do something about it?
Yeah, I mean, it feels sometimes like you can be, you know, you're that annoying person that's like, you know, please let me in. But eventually, for me, it did work. Persistence did pay off.
Persistence is key. Bang that door down.
A little bit. Yeah.
And Chris, for you, you know, the journey, was it exactly what you were expecting? And did you end up doing what you thought you were going to do in the audio world?
It's what I always wanted to do. And I think it's like Scott was saying, you look for opportunities to be able to do radio. So if you are able to do that at school, that's amazing. And we'd obviously encourage all schools to kind of set up a way that people can do radio. Because for us, the only outlet was, say, hospital radio, but there are so many more now. But isn't it brilliant if schools can encourage people to create audio together in any form? And that's what these awards are all about.
I wish.
Yeah, I'm so happy I'm here.
Yeah.
I am so happy I'm here. I'm so proud that we get to do the job that we do. But I wish I'd had some of the opportunities and resources that we've been seeing demonstrated at these awards.
Imagine having a radio station at your school. I mean, I wouldn't have concentrated on anything else, though. That's the problem.
That's the thing. But I also think now we are more open to letting kids do what they need to do to succeed in life, rather than forcing them down a path.
Yeah.
And luckily, you've got people like us who are just persistent and keep going. But now we've got these exciting opportunities to be able to get people in the door. Now, you two always have the big audio ideas on your show. Like, you create moments, games, epic things with your guests, but also together with your audience. What advice would you have for people looking to create those big moments on radio?
Chris?
I think it works differently for everyone. For us, you're right, we do think up a lot of ideas, but that's because we obsess about thinking of those ideas. So it could be that, I mean, we're always messaging each other. And I think you do have to have healthy boundaries with your work and everything like that. But for us, what works for us is brainstorming. And we do that whether we're in a car journey together or we're at an event. It doesn't really stop for us. We're creative people. And I think as long as it's a cliche, persistent, and as long as you have a bit of faith in your own creative ideas, you don't just copy everyone else's, because you do have to make your own lane. And it takes doing that to kind of define, you know, what that lane is. But as long as you can have a bit of confidence in yourself, and I'm sure Scott will say the same, in those ideas, and really go for them and do them to the very best you can, you will keep improving that process, and then it will work.
It's true what Chris says. The process of thinking of this stuff never really stops. Like your brain is always on to it. And like a little tip that we would give, I think, is just write notes in your phone, because it'll come to you at any time of day or night. Watch this.
The weirdest things are probably going to be in this note section.
Yeah, I mean, some of it won't make any sense, but there's some gold in there as well.
I've got to be careful what I show.
Yeah, some of them are secret.
If I write the word idea into my notes, you'll see it says like 188 found. And a lot of them are just little ideas that either work or don't work.
Yeah.
And I mean, so much like format ideas, competition ideas, little feature ideas, and that's how we work.
And out of 10, you might only get one, but that one might break through to the audience in a way that really changes the game for your show.
Well, that's how In You and the Bingo came about.
Yeah.
That was an idea that we had kind of the bare bones of. It's like, okay, so it's like what works.
It's so good.
What works what works audio, but also if you were to watch it as well. So like the whole water spitting, you can hear that. I mean, it sounds stupid when you talk about it now, but that
that really was an idea that we came up with, when we were having a drink.
Totally. And it's the same with you sometimes stumble upon ideas trying to solve a problem for something else, and you just got to trust your process. Like for us, this is like the other end of things, because this is just mad to say. But do you remember we had Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell in the next day, and their angry PR people decided that they didn't want to do the original idea that we had planned. We had some sort of idea with them. They didn't want to do it, cancelled last minute. So we were sending messages to each other saying we need an idea for 2 of Hollywood's biggest A-listers that costs nothing, can be recorded tomorrow in the studio, in the live lounge, and will get past PR people. It won't be too controversial or anything.
And it's funny, and we'll get loads of views, no pressure. But I quite like having that pressure a little bit.
Yeah. And I was out in Reading when this was happening. So I was out, on the lash. Yeah. And it was whilst having a few drinks that I was like, how about we just sit them in front of each other and they just do playground insults against each other. That has had 100 million views. That I think a series that we've done of 8 of them. It was a massive success. It just shows it can happen anytime, day and night.
Who would have thought spitting in someone's face would become...
I know.
But anyway, that's the tips you need, guys, at home to learn more about radio. These 2 legends, thank you so much for stopping by. Vick and Jordan, back over to you, honeys.
Very shortly, Lola Young will be closing the show. But first, let's get on with our penultimate category, which is the Young Audio Award for Primary School Station of the Year in partnership with Fun Kids.
Penultimate, that's second to last.
It's second to last, yeah.
I thought so. Okay. And to present the award, we have 2 Fun Kids presenters. It's Scrambled host Robin Richford and Young Audio Awards organiser George Butler.
Well, hello. It's so great to be invited to hand out a Young Audio Award today.
Yeah, thank you so much for the extra special invitation to hand out the award.
Wait. Sorry, George. Aren't you one of the award organisers?
Yeah.
So surely you just invited yourself.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you put it like that, I guess technically, yes, correct. But perhaps between you and me, we could just pretend that I've been specially invited.
Yeah, of course, George. Yeah, sure, no problem.
Great, appreciate that. So, as I was saying, Robin and I have been extra specially invited here today to hand out the award for Primary School Station of the Year with Fun Kids. And we are very excited to bring some very cool news with us.
Yes, because of course, the winners of all of today's categories will be joining George and I on the Fun Kids airwaves with your very own shows.
Yeah, I cannot wait to hear those, as long as they're not so good that we lose our jobs.
Yeah, let's not do that.
No. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Here are the nominees for Primary School Station of the Year.
Primary School. TH Radio.
Here we go. Here's the big part. The Young Audio Award goes to...
East Peckham Primary School.
Year 5 have been learning all about deforestation this term and the impact it's having on climate change.
Here's Bobby and Connor. Deforestation is where people cut down parts of the forest for farmland or palm oil.
Well, congratulations. So can you tell us why you decided to get involved with the awards this year?
We entered the awards this year because we're really proud of our school and its podcast. It's been really tough during COVID, but the podcast has brought us all together and we really wanted to share it with you all.
Live from the Young Radio Awards, I'm joined by Hussein. Babe, how are you doing? What an exciting day it is today.
Oh, no, it's really good. It's always good when creative people get recognised for their work because it's such a emotional experience when you're creating something. So it's nice. It's really nice to see.
Especially with things like what you do. You really are putting your heart and soul into what you do. So how did you get to the point where you had the confidence to be able to creatively put your stuff out there?
It's a really good question. I think there was a moment where I realised if I was going through it, someone else must be too. And then it changes from being like a hobby and a passion to being a responsibility.
Yeah.
So I'm sure everyone who's involved in this in any capacity realises what they're doing it because they're being called from within to do it.
Yeah.
I know that sounds really like deep and everything, but it's true. It's like once you realise you think something and you're acting on it and you can create something from it, it's a duty to then put it out there.
And what advice would you give to anybody watching that wants to put out their stuff in a creative way, whether that be poetry, whether that be radio, whether that be audio in any form? What advice do you have to them to get going and do it?
The best advice, honestly, is don't listen to anyone and don't look for anyone's permission to do what you're doing. Why? What are you looking for from someone who hasn't done what you're doing? They're not going to understand. And I feel like you will hurt yourself in that process when you try to explain something that can't really be explained until it's finished.
Yeah.
And even then, don't look for approval in someone's feedback. If you've done it and it's made you happy, it served its purpose.
Wise words, Hussein. Wow, I think you're teaching me here as well.
No, but it's true, because I feel like a lot of the time we look for validation or approval from people that we respect in our lives, but it can end up hurting us.
You can pick and choose your pathway and pick and choose what you listen to. What feels good, stick with that, and what doesn't, ignore it.
Yeah, so it's like when you're making it, whatever it is you're making, if it's feeding your soul in that moment, it's done its job. And then once you let it go, whatever life it has beyond you, it doesn't matter. The good or the bad, you can't look into it. Because the more you look into it, the more upset you get. Why didn't they get this many views? Why didn't they get this many likes? And that's all irrelevant. The most important thing is that when you made it, it gave you that sensation and that feeling of creation. And that is what we need to cherish more of.
I love that, Hussein. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Back to you, Vic and Jordan.
We've made it to our final award. The time has come to crown the best secondary school, and to do so, please welcome the second best duo on Radio 1.
Yeah, after us, obviously. Although, there's Matt and Molly as well.
Yeah.
So they're probably the third best.
That's a good point. Don't forget, Charlie may take a few weeks off maternity leave soon, so that leaves Ricky and Melvin too.
Yeah, I guess that's fourth best then. But who's counting anyway? Look, not us, obviously. So make some noise for the radio legends that are Scott Mills and Chris Stark.
Dear me, Scott, I thought that was very, very harsh.
Very, very harsh, but we'll let it slide. Hello, everybody. Thank you for having us along to the Young Audio Awards.
Now, I think Vic forgot about Dan and Phil. Thinking about it, yes, they were a duo that were on Radio 1. They used to do a good show as well,
classic duo. And some of us are old enough to remember JK and Joel as well.
Yes.
Check them out on the internet.
I mean, they do predate most of the nominees here today.
Yeah.
But you're right. Vintage, some would say.
Vintage classics. Anyway, let's get on with handing out the award, shall we?
Yes, we're really excited to be handing out the final award of the show, Secondary School of the Year.
Good luck, everyone. The nominees are... DWS Audio, Derek Wood School in Orpington.
Roundhay Radio, Roundhay School.
Youth's Choice at the Global Academy.
And the Young Audio Award goes to... Got the envelope?
Yeah. It's Youth's Choice.
You're listening to Youth's Choice.
Hi, I'm Molly, and this is the Loop Sports Roundup. This weekend saw the sacking of Everton manager Rafael Benitez after just 6.5 months in charge. Wayne Rooney and Frank Lampard are said to be shortlisted as his replacements.
Massive congratulations. I love that as well. It sounds a bit like you when you started on Radio 1, so that's a good start.
In the early days.
Right, we get to ask you guys a question now. Should we do this?
Yeah, okay. So much work must go into having such an amazing school station. So how does Youth's Choice happen?
From 6 a.m. to 8 p.m, Youth's Choice is bringing you all the latest on the artists and the topics that you know and love. And it wouldn't be possible to do all that without all of these guys.
We get you rising and shining for your day.
And we bring you all the Pride hits.
And of course, our wonderful technical team as well.
And Youth's Choice wouldn't be possible without diversity. We're all from so many different backgrounds with so many different skills.
So that's it. The final award handed out for the 2022 Young Audio Awards.
A huge thank you to all of today's special guest presenters, the amazing Harriet Rose, and our brilliant sponsors and partners. Get ready for this. ACAS, Arkiva, BBC Sounds, Broadcast Bionics, Fun Kids, KISS, Young Minds, and BBC Young Reporter, all for supporting the Young Audio Awards.
Thank you. But most of all, let's be honest, a big thank you to everyone who entered the awards this year. All of you, congratulations again to all of today's nominees and winners.
Entries will open for the 2023 awards later this year, so keep an eye out for that. And in the meantime, just keep on making great audio.
Yeah, please do. We love to hear it. But before then, and to end the 2022 Young Audio Awards in style, closing the show, it's Lola Young.
I'm toxic enough, I hate being in love, 'cause I always end up round the bend and messing it up. And my ego is big, I wear my heart on my sleeve. And that means if you look at those girls, I'm causing a scene. I apologize in advance, I'm insecure and I'm far too proud to tell you I'm wrong. And yesterday I got drunk and I said some stupid things that I probably shouldn't have. So then I say sorry, I say it one too many times just to get out of the crimes I commit. You're soft on me, I guess that's what I get when I'm always off my head. I admit I'm sorry, I'm so sorry that I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm head over heels, the ones that I hate. 'Cause I always walk all over us and you don't complain. Unconditional love, yeah, that's what you do. But you said there are so many conditions for you. So I apologize in advance, I'm cynical and I'm far too proud, I tell you I'm not. The other day I got drunk and I said some stupid things that I probably shouldn't have. So then I say sorry, I say it one too many times just to get out of the crimes I commit. You're soft on me, I guess that's what I get when I'm always off my head. I admit I'm sorry, I'm so sorry that I'm sorry. I hate that you still love me, I hate that you do. Don't know why you still love me, I don't know why you do. I hate that you still love me, I hate that you do. When all I ever say is I'm sorry, one too many times to get out of these crimes that I commit. I love you, and I guess that's what I get when I'm always off my head. I admit I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I say it one too many times just to get out of the crimes. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I say it one too many times just to get out of the crimes. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry that I'm sorry. I said it, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.